God said it's time for you to feast. God said it's time for you to feast. It's payback time. It's payback time. It's time for you to get your sevenfold blessings. He said it's time for you to feast. It's time for you to feast. He said he has prepared a table for you. He has prepared a table for you. He said, you've been on a diet for long enough. You've been on a diet for long enough. You've been on a diet and you've been exercising. You've been on a diet. You've been cutting back people, places, and things. You've been on a diet. You've been exercising because you've been building your spiritual muscles with your Bible. He said you've been dieting and you've been exercising. Now it's time for you to feast. It's time for you to feast. It's payback time. It's payback time. He said he have prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. He has prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemy. It's time for you to come sit down and feast at your table where he has prepared you in the presence of your enemies. See, he prepared this table before you in the presence of your enemies. Your enemies gotta see you eat. He said, better yet, your enemies is the ones that set the table. They set the table for you. Everything that they said against you, they won't do nothing but setting the table for you. That's how he prepared that table before you in the presence of your enemies. They right there setting the table for you. Honey, they don't even know who coming to sit at the table. They think they doing a good job by throwing dirt on your name, talking down on you, but trying to prosecute you, trying to come against you. But all they was doing was setting that table for you, setting the table for you. All they was doing was setting that table for you. God said, it's time for you to feast. It's time for you to come sit down and feast. It's time for you to come sit down and feast. You done prayed. You done fasted. You've been exercising. You've been on a diet. Now it's time for you to sit down and feast. And it's going to be more than enough. It's going to be more than enough. You may be at the table by yourself right now, but you're going to have so much at that table. You're going to have more than enough. You're going to have so much at that table that you got to give some to somebody else. God said it's time for you to cease. He has prepared a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Your enemies, they set the table right up for you. They set the table right up for you. They thought that they was bringing you down, but all they was doing was bringing you up. All they did was bring you up. Now, when they see you walk out, when they see that you the one that walk out, that they was setting up that table for you, ain't they gonna be surprised? God said, it's time for you to feast.